Yeah, so butter chicken, dal makhni, burgers, pizza. It was a very spicy session we had. I'll keep it very short and sweet to, the day is passing by and everybody is tired, and I can see that. But this would be a more of a visual journey and more of a multimedia driven presentation as we represent Kingsmen. So this is me, Dhruv Kapoor. This is me trekking in Kailash Mountains, and I am leading Kingsmen since 2016. I represent Kingsmen, which is basically a Singapore-based company, and it is present across 21 nations. In India, we've been working from 1997, and the company was established in 1976. So the agenda I'll be caring about is the evolution of design and build, and mostly I'll be narrating our journey through 33 decades of witnessing the design and build industry and how it transformed, how different brands came, what all we did. So it is basically from a lens of design and build, which is a new perspective because we've all heard about technology, we've all heard about POS and other interesting innovations happening in the retail. But design and build stays one of the key cogs in this industry, and we believe it is the most important one. So these are photos from late 80s, early 90s. This is the origin of Kingsmen in India. So Kingsmen started unofficially in 1992, but but it was incorporated in 97 after years of R&D with the Singapore team. So this is a journey through time. I'll start from 92 to 2000. This was the exhibition era where they were like the only way to sell and promote the products were through traditional exhibitions. We did the first Bangalore shows, trade fairs at Prakti Maidan and stuff. And this is basically there was no malls, there were no brands, and we were just there building trade fairs, shows for different small retailers, small town brands, and this is how it started. So at that time, only 2% of the retail was organized, and most of it was unorganized. And this was the state of affair of DNB industry till then, because there was no retail industry, so there was no DNB industry then. So this is how we'll compare the speed of change at that time. It was so slow, like a cycle. A few things changed between 2000 and 2008. So a Mazboot phone 3310 was launched. These are unrelated events, but I'll tell you how they led to evolution of design and build. So we had our first shopper stop in Mumbai, and then a mall in Delhi, which was one of the first malls. And Nokia started experimenting with us. So Nokia was a client with Kingsman Singapore. They came to India. They started experimenting with us for their initial stores. So this was the state of affair then. So after being there in the industry for more than 10 years, we were told that these fixtures, these store fittings cannot be manufactured in India. It is impossible. Until a day, what we did is our team put the same pilot fixtures built in India in front of the fixtures which was built in Singapore. And nobody could make the difference. So that is how we ventured into a big rollout for Nokia, and we delivered 10,000 stores globally. So we outsourced it to Saudi Arabia, to other markets from India itself. And this was a big turning point for Kingsmen in India. So at this time, things started moving, and we can compare the speed of change to a motorcycle. So there was influx of a lot of mobile phone players, modern retailers, apparel brands, which were starting to build in India. So this is how the landscape changed in 10 years. So the market tripled within a decade. So this was the busiest time we had between 2010 and 20, because we built more than 50 pilot stores for a lot of brands like Burberry, Forever 21, H&M, Sephora, Benefit, Skechers, so on and so forth. So our team was busy in piloting these stores, building their environments, designing it according to the Indian landscape, and this was the busiest time we did for design. So in parallel to this, Indian players also started experimenting with new designs like Nexa. This was another concept which was done by us, the retail experience of Nexa. But there were still issues. The penetration was only limited to major cities. So again, luxury malls entered into the market. The DNB industry grew. There were new retail players. There were a lot of new design houses now, and we had competition. Before that, there was actually no competition in this sphere, at least. Uh, the retail market also started picking up momentum with the luxury retail, where we started delivering some stores for luxury brands. So right now, the speed of change, you can compare it to a sports car because everything started moving post 2014, as you know. So this is a brief video. If you can switch on the audio. Okay, I'll quickly cover through the next phase, which is the COVID era, which was the most exciting one because we had Indian unicorns, Indian players coming up, a lot of speed. We built 1,400 stores till now for Lenskart, which is quite a big number. With Piyush, he started out with the first store at our factory, and there was a phygital retailing, pent-up demand, AI taking over, omni-channel. We had all those words coming up in this phase. In these 4 years, the speed of change was amazing, and we rebranded ourselves as the experience company because, as you can see, we are not working with retailers. We also deliver museums and into other segments as well. So again, a lot of people covered the metrics, so I'll not cover this one. This is from Invest India. The Indian market is booming, we all know it, and this has been covered, so I'll skip this. The speed of change in these 4 years can be compared to an aeroplane, maybe a passenger airplane right now. Okay, I'll just quickly cover two big markets, two big challenges which retailers face in India, specifically in India, and we've worked with a lot of them. And these are the common challenges that they face. They found the product market fit. They have a large enough customer base, advertising strategy, target audience. But where the lack is the experience and the distribution gap. What do I mean by that? So experience gap is basically the brand positioning has to be still has to be at the retail level. So there's the experience gap. So if you talk about a coffee shop, different coffee shop have different experiences and price points. So the materials and the design used is probably similar or maybe 10-20% more expensive, but the experience you get in different brands is totally different. So that is the experience gap I'm talking about. What you design and what is executed at scale is very different. Similarly, with the distribution gap, a lot of companies end up overspending on the capex. So these are some common issues with the experience gap, flagship strategy, how do you do the SIS, is it a design-driven execution? The store has to be standardized or unique everywhere. What is the pop-up strategy? How do we deliver these strategies? With the distribution gap, because there are too many stakeholder and agencies, companies end up spending so much money on expansion and not on the product itself. So this is another gap which we look at. So if you read something about Naval Ravikant, he talks about specific knowledge. So our company has this specific knowledge to bridge these two gaps in the retail market. And that's exactly what we do in India. So these are the domains we are in. How we do it, we have a dedicated KR&D global team which focuses on research and design. And we have a dedicated production facilities, R&D lab and design studios. Audio, please. Okay, this is our global portfolio. We've worked with big projects like Universal Studios, Disney, and other projects, which makes the company very unique when it comes to experiential retail, because we understand retailtainment and other markets as well. So I'm running out of time, so I'll just quickly wrap this up. And the India decade, like everybody knows, the next decade would be India's experiences on the global stage, local brands, and other interesting stuff that you see around here. So we are very excited for that. And we believe the speed of change in this era would be equivalent to a Sukhoi or a fighter jet. And we are really excited in building new experiences. So according to a research, you can see that the customers are really spend a lot of money when they are engaged in all levels, in all senses, and when the experience is delivered correctly. So yeah, let's collaborate, and we are really excited for the future opportunity with each of you. Thank you.